Oh, good evening, boys and girls. This is just a little quick update on a few projects I'm working on. I'm just shooting this with the iPhone real quick just to get this out there to you guys. So, as you can see, this is George Barris as Grandpa Munster in his Dragula. And he's not done yet, but he's getting close. I just mounted the figure in the car tonight, so I use a black silicone. I use this stuff a lot. Like, grab it here. This is Permatex. This is number 82180. It's a gasket maker, as you can see, and this stuff will hold just about anything. This one is good because it doesn't have any methyl ketones in it, so it won't melt stuff. I do a lot of fiber optics and a lot of my sci-fi builds and stuff, and a lot of the stuff that has methyl ketones in it will literally melt fiber optics and some of the plastics. So this one's good. Hardens really quick. It'll set in about 30-40 minutes, and in 24 hours it's like a rock. So anyway, so there's old Uncle George. Still got detail work to do on his hair and his hands and his face, but did manage to get the figure in there tonight with some difficulty. Had to make some concessions on the steering hand, and he's got a cape on, and that's what kind of threw the wrench in things, was getting that cape to fit in there, and then get the head in there, and then get his hand to fit in there, and the shift in there. Just one thing affected the other, and wasn't too easy. But anyway, it's there. You know, it is what it is. It's a garage kit. And I'm pretty happy with it so far, but I mean, you just don't see a lot of this stuff floating around, so I'm pretty happy with it. This is another project. This is a 1/16 scale vintage dragster I'm working on, and I've shown you guys this in some of the previous videos, I think, in the body and stuff, but it's getting there. Still, the engine's not mounted. Just started painting on the engine. I've got to make a magneto for it and wire it and do some more paint and details on it. I did manage to get the driver figure in there tonight. Just he's drying, so I got him painted up and weathered his suit and stuff up and dirtied him up a little, and got him in there. So he's that's coming along. I really like this thing, and I like the fact that it's just so big, but it's just really cool. So that's another one. And then there's these guys back here. This is an old kit. I can't remember. This is an early 60s kit. This is the brother of Hot Curl, the surfer figure, and his dog, whose name is, I think it's Hot Dogger, and he's like a little bobblehead. He's only a little plastic spring, so he bobbleheads, but still working on these guys too. I just glued them all on the base tonight, just to support them, and I'm gonna do a few other little things around there, but I got the little skateboards painted up. I painted the one up like an old roller derby board, and yeah, they're pretty funky. There's not much to these, and but they're fun, and they're old. The early 60s kit. So and there's a girl called Curl Girl. She's the other kit that goes with it. Her and this guy were actually sold in a 2-pack. That's the only way you could get those, was to buy that 2-pack and get those two kits together. So and they come up on eBay. Not cheap. You know, and I should tell you guys too, both of these kits, and I blew it too on this one. I talked about this earlier, and I was thinking I'd gotten that off of eBay, but it wasn't. My buddy Chuck Darnell recast this. We had gotten a kit on loan from a fellow that we found out in Texas, Robert Day. Really nice guy who had some of Jerry Petrie's early work. This was an early Jerry Petrie kit that Jerry had sculpted, I think, and him and his partner had cast. And we got a loan on this from Robert, and he let Chuck make the molds on it. We had gotten permission from Jerry's family to recast this and the race kit along the way. His daughter, his children, the one daughter I talked to, but they were very gracious to let us recast these things, and the race kit. And Chuck is currently doing a limited edition of 30 of those race kits. He's kind of teamed up with our buddy Josh at Van Chase Studios, and they are redoing the race kit, and they've done some upgrades and new molds and going to be new parts. Should be a really good casting. So you might want to get a hold of Chuck. You can get a hold of me, and I can put you in touch with him. I don't know what he's charging for those kits, but they're really scarce. So the fact that there's going to be 30 of them floating around out there, you might want to get one of those if you really like stuff like that. Of course, the race figure is taken from an image from an early Ed Roth t-shirt design. Anyway, getting back to the rest, the last thing I'm going to show you is this guy's coming along, my younger Frankenstein, and you can see I've done more details on his wounds, got some eyes in there on him, and teeth are done and wetted up there, put some eyes on that skull. Some detail on the shrunken head here. I used my weathering pastels, my Tamiya weathering pastels, to just add some highlights to the hair in gray. And got some cool neck bolts in there. Those are off of eBay. I've got a huge bag of those I've had for years. And the biggest thing left that I'm going to do is this guy's got a lot of acreage on his back here. So I'm going to do up a t-shirt design for the back of this shirt. So I don't know if I'm thinking of doing a Sonny De Palma style skull, and maybe Weirdo's Garage, which was one of Sonny's things that he often used in a lot of his work. So I'm thinking of doing something like that on his back. So that's in the works. So anyway, so I've got 3 or 4 pieces. There's more, believe it or not. I've got more in the pile over here to the right of me. I've got my Going buggy, and of course the hydroplane, the Hydrofink. That thing's still in the works. I did get a couple coats of clear on it last weekend, but not happy with it. Still, I didn't get all the flake to lay down. So if we get a break in weather, maybe this weekend, I might manage to get a couple more coats of clear on it, and so we'll see what happens. Anyway, but that's where I'm at right now with this stuff. So I just want to give you a little update, and stay tuned. I'll have some more for you as I finish these projects, and I'm getting close. Just a few details just to add on everybody, but it takes me time, so it may be another week or 2 before I have all this stuff completely finished, but I'll keep you posted in the meantime. All right, thanks again for stopping in. Anything else I need to tell you guys? Oh, you might check out Gary Seeds is selling some of his killer models off, so you might check out Gary's YouTube channel. It's called Hanging with Mr. Seeds. And check that out. He's got some cool shop cards too. You might want to ask for one of those. And if you guys do want one of my shop cards, again, email me. It's Rat Daddy Studios. Make sure you put the S on there, at gmail.com. I'll be glad to send you one out. And still got some left. I'll probably do something different next time. So might want to grab one while they're still around. I've got some, so I'll be glad to post that out to you. And let me know what you think of this stuff. I'm having fun. I'm having fun because I'm back in my element doing this is the stuff I love to do. And monsters and hot rods. So here I am. And in the company of tikis and rat finks and shrunken heads and all that other great stuff. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a good one, and keep building.